All right, if you'll find a comfortable seated position, and we're still playing with technology, bear with. I want to make sure you can see me. Wonderful. And your comfortable seated position, if you have yoga blocks, might be to place a yoga block or a blanket underneath your knees for support. And if you'll close your eyes, just for a moment, allow your thoughts, your morning, whatever has brought you to your mat this morning. Hi, Miss D is here. You can place a roll on top of a roll. I have wiped it down your mat for you. Sorry, Zoom people, I have someone coming into studio, so she's gonna get set up. Resting your palms or your arms, just gently draping them over your knees. Hold your spine to a straight position by lifting the crown of your head up towards the ceiling and feel your rib cage lift with that so that your bottom rib is not just hunched down on your hip. So we're not folding over, we're lifting our bodies but pulling our lower abs in just a little bit. So relaxing your shoulders, relax your elbows at your sides. Close your eyes and just notice your breath. Gently feel the inhale come in through your nostrils, swirling your breath around your midbrain. And as you exhale, release your breath and shoulders go down. Crown of your head stays lifted, and allow your breathing to just follow a normal flow. Full inhale, full exhale with no hitch at the top. Just let the breath come in and out, swirling the breath through both nostrils, through the midbrain. And with your eyes closed, bring your hands to heart space, palms gently touching, thumbs gently touching heart space. This is called Anjali Mudra, the heart chakra. Our fourth chakra at the heart. Breathing gently. And now very gently, just allow the hands that were together to expand and draw your elbows away from your body, lifting your arms up overhead and fingertips are all touching. First, second, third, fourth, fifth fingers are all touching in a ball above your head. This is the Hakini Mudra. As you lift your arms gently above your head, if you have shoulder issues, please leave your hands just in front of your heart space. And from this arm lifted position, lifting your body carriage up, take a deep breath to inhale and fully exhale through your mouth. Release your jaw, but keep your shoulders loose and gentle. Inhale again. And exhale, beautiful. Bring your hands back together, palms touching, hands come to heart space, backs are straight, and just tip your chin forward all the way down. This helps release the frontal cortex Your back is straight, your bellies are pulled in, and just let everything come to quiet, present pause in front of you. And now drop both hands down at your side, shake out your arms, just let everything shake out, roll your shoulders slowly. Slowly, Bernadette. I can see you all the way across the room. You're the upper right square. So slowly we move our bodies this morning. And then reverse the roll of your shoulders. Gently, gently lifting up and down. And now lift both arms above your head to inhale. And exhale, palms turn out and come behind you. All you're doing is bending forward at the waist. Gently, your hands are pressing upwards towards the ceiling. You are literally lifting your heads away from your body, tucking your chin in. So the back of your neck is long, your chest is proud, and you're bending forward, hinging just at the hips. And now, as you inhale with hands behind you, very gently lift your shoulders, lift your arms up behind you, and bend a little more forward. Gentle forward fold, maybe feeling this in your hips, low back, pull your lower abs in, and inhale, come up, and inhale both arms, lifting all the way up to the ceiling, palms face each other, and open your arms out to the side as you just let your arms gently melt. Arms stay out to the side in a T, palms are up. This is the receiving position. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, drop your left hand down and your right hand comes up to the ceiling, lifting high. Just reach straight up. Beautiful, Bernadette. Great arms there. You've got a nice dark sweater on. I can actually see your body from far, far away. Press some weight into that left hand as you reach over your head, putting weight into that right sits bone to bow out the ribs on the right side for you all. I teach mirror image, so let me deal with the rights and lefts for my body, but for you seeing me on the screen, allow your left ear to drop down to your shoulder. You might feel a little pop in your neck maybe, and gently turn your head to look up at the ceiling in this arc position. Everybody take a deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, draw the arm up overhead and drop the hand down. And now the left arm comes straight up to the ceiling. Palm turning in, reach high, beautiful. Press some weight in that right hand. Put some weight in that left sits bone to bow the left side of your rib cage out, pressing on this hand to almost lift your rib cage to the side. Oh boy, does that feel good. Intercostal muscles. Release your head to the right side. Beautiful. Andrea, bring your hand a little bit over your head, a little bit more. There you go, arcing over. This is sort of the teapot effect of if you're 3 years old and singing a nursery rhyme. I'm a little teapot, and then bring it back up. Inhale. Drop your hands down, and hands come back into your lap with palms up. Lift both shoulders up to your ears, and then press them down. Hands press down to the ground. Walk your hands in front of you, spider tip fingers. And again, walk your arms out all the way straight. Good morning, Dia. I'm talking mostly to the camera so they can hear me. Walking arms straight out in front of you. Now, body is straight here, pulling those lower abs in. Fingertips are on the mat, and all I want you to do is drop your head all the way down. Feel that beautiful release in your upper neck. Now flatten your palms on your mat and maybe walk your hands out, inching them forward. Everybody at this point, take a deep breath and slightly come out of the forward fold. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Walk it down. Beautiful. Gently coming down. Maybe your forearms come to the mat. Maybe your yoga block is in front of you to catch your forehead or a pillow. Allow your shoulders to drop. And then as you inhale, walk your hands back up. You're still in cross-legged position. And I would like everybody to bring your hands out to the sides again for balance. How's your ankle? Better. From here, gently drop your shoulders. Everybody drop your shoulders down. Yeah. I just love it. I had 4 postage stamp faces and they all just dropped. Leaning back ever so slightly now, draw your knees up. Feet come out in front of you. I'm asking you to do this gently, almost as a balance pose. Switch the cross of your legs and then bring your legs back in. So whatever leg was in front, now the opposite leg is in front. And then draw your hands down in front of you. Walk your hands out. Straighten your spine here. Look what I've done with my hands. Lift my spine. Lift to the crown of my head. Faces are looking down. Come forward. And you will feel this in your other hip. The hip on the side of the leg that is forward. Drop your heads down. Release. Release your shoulders. Let the weight of the world come down. You might feel this in the upper part of your hips at the iliac crest. Inhale and walk it back up. Beautiful. Nice work, everybody. And now bring both knees up in front of you. Feet are planted. Hands come underneath your knees, holding one wrist or the other, and then straighten your spine up from here. Lift and straighten your spine up. I'm going to turn ever so slightly to the side so you can see that I lift my spine tall. And now allow your feet to just stretch out in front of you. And here's a very subtle energy body move. Take one hand and place it in front of you. Your nose touches your palm, and you are literally only going to circle your head in the diameter of your outstretched palm in front of you. Release your shoulders. What I want to do with this head twirl is just release your neck. Your nose is drawing a picture around your palm, slowly pulling your lower abs in. Stop. Exchange your hands. So the other hand is in front of your face. And now circle your nose around the other way. Too many times we get ourselves into wrenching and overstretching positions, and with the neck, it is so important to just very gently and subtly get some fluid into the back of the neck and release the bones in the neck. Beautiful. Nice work. And I'm going to switch back to the front of the mat. Bring your feet in front of you. Your left foot stays out in front of you. Bring your right knee into your body and placing your left hand down, tip to the side, and allow that leg to come to the side, okay? The foot that is bent, I'm facing the camera, the foot that is bent, I want to see that foot flexed. The foot that's here is flexed, the foot out in front of you, gently and softly, placing weight into your hand that is down, my right hand to your left. Lift your arm up and then gently begin to stretch out to the side, bending deeply into your left elbow, come down to your forearm. Okay, so we're in a a bit of a quad stretch for the right leg. I want you to walk your foot out towards the back. The bent knee is literally perpendicular to the front of your mat. Feeling a stretch deeply in the quad by flexing the foot, maybe flex and bend the foot. And now with your right arm above your head, I want you to very gently twist and drop your other forearm to the left side. Maybe your hands are in an up position with straight arms. If that feels good for your back, you may straighten your arms out. Your faces are looking down to the left side. And I'm going to come down and demonstrate forearm, a little bit deeper stretch. As you come down, try to stretch the right arm forward so that the right hip is getting a deep stretch. Drop your heads, release your jaw, release your palms. Dropping that head down, gentle twist here. Release the back of your neck by having your head just be long. And release and relax. Begin to press some weight in the left hand and inhale, come up. Beautiful. And now arcing, lifting that arm up. Faces are looking up to the ceiling. Begin to drop that hand behind you. So now we have an open body to the ceiling with the right leg, right knee bent straight out to the side. Good. Is that comfortable for your knee? Sort of. Open body, lift your chest. Inhale. And gently come around to the front again. Good. Straightening up. Now we're all straight on our mats. Your left leg is out in front of you, and then begin to press forward. So we're getting a beautiful rotation. Stretching the hamstring now. Which hamstring can you feel it on? Oh, let's see. The left leg, hamstring. Flexing the foot that's bent behind you, gently pressing down. Anybody who likes to walk or hike, this is a beautiful, gentle stretch. Please support your body weight by having your hands on either side of your knee or your thigh. Inhale, halfway lift out of this. Exhale, come down again. Forward fold stretch on that hamstring. Beautiful, deep stretch here, releasing from the hip. Play with where your body is. Is it straight over your leg? Can it come a little bit to the inside of your left thigh? And just listen to my voice. Inhale and lift back up again. Please bend the leg that is outstretched in front of you. So Philip comes straight up on your body instead of listening to the side. Let's all come up, pressing our weight on that hand that's down. And now rolling your weight forward, coming up. You're just going to put a little bit more weight in that forward left knee and stretch the leg that was out to the side is now straight behind you. My leg, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. The leg is out and back behind me. You may place a blanket or a block, so we're in pigeon. This is pigeon pose for those of you who practice yoga. You may place a blanket under your left hip, stretching that leg out, and then turning your body straight ahead, lift into a slight back bend, gently lifting your head up. Beautiful. And if you would like to come down in pigeon pose, dropping your chest forward, drop your hands down to your forearms and let your neck go again. This is also a beautiful place for your yoga block or your fist can come in front of you to catch your head. So you can stack your fists and place your forehead down for a deep hip stretch. If pigeon pose does not work for you sitting up, you can always come down to your back and lift your knee into your body if that is more comfortable for your knees. If your knees are cranky or you've had knee surgery, supportive yoga says we can do the same move on our back, releasing our shoulders. Okay, so those of you who are still in standard traditional pigeon, inhale and lift up, coming back to straight forearms, gentle back bend. As you rise up, lifting your body carriage back, there should be no pinch in your lower back. Roll your weight a little to the right side. Drop your chins forward one more time. Release those spots in the frontal cortex. Inhale and exhale deeply. Drawing it back forward. Beautiful work. I'm going to face the camera again. We're going to sit in a V stretch before we do the other side. We'll not forget about the other side, but I want to stretch out that knee that was bent. Maybe bounce your knees just a little bit. This should be a very comfortable V sit. And if you'd like to continue to sit on your blanket or a pillow that lifts the hips up ever so slightly. See your kinetically taped. Beautiful. All right, you're going to feel this in inner thighs. Beautiful, nice. Dropping your hands down to your knees. Inhale and lift your chest again. We're just doing very slight inhales and exhales to move the chest. So lifting your chest up, shoulders drop. Inhale. And now hands come out to your sides, like we did at the beginning. Pull your belly button all the way into your spine and hug the globe, hug the world as you round down. Arms come out in a big circle. Fingertips find your mat, dropping down, curling in. And as you lift, inhale, arms come out to the side. We're going to repeat this 2 or 3 times. Beautiful, Andrea, lifting up, chest lift. Then again, shoulders round and come in. Drop those heads down. Allow the thoughts to tumble to the mat. Release your chin and jaw. And inhale, come out again. One more time. Seated cat-cows. Beautiful as we lift. And exhale, dropping everything down. Let's set ourselves up by drawing your right leg to the front of the mat. So right leg is straight out. Moving props and bones and notes. Bring your left knee into your body, and we're going to open that left knee by having the knee come out to the side. So this is half stag pose. Good. Now, here's the tendency, once we're here, is just to begin to list over to the side where the leg is. So what I want everyone to do is use your abdominal muscles to pull back up to the center. And this, it's my right leg, but your left leg. Thank you, Dia, for being my in-studio model. You guys can't see my friend who's in front of me. She's waving. There's your arm, it made Zoom. All right, from here, please flex the feet that are in front of you, starting to begin to talk to that hamstring a little bit. Flex the foot of that leg that is out to the side. Flex that foot up. Gently rotate your body away from the bent knee, over to the right side. Oh, gently feel that beautiful twist. Maybe bring your hands over. Nice, Andrea. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Let everything in your upper carriage relax. I'm twisting over the outstretched leg. So you can see my arm twisting over the outstretched leg. Please allow your knee to get in a comfortable position. Draw that left foot back behind you to open it. I like that you're on a blanket. Dee is on a blanket on her studio mat, so it keeps her bones in her ankle supported and on a soft place. So turn, deep breath, inhale. Beautiful. Gently and carefully begin to come down over a side of that outstretched legs to your forearms, or supporting your hands right here, whatever feels good. Your faces are looking down at your mat or the floor. You're flexing the foot that's in front of you. Let's put some energy in those toes, draw them back towards your shin. Feeling that in my hamstring. This also is very subtle energy body work for the piriformis area beneath where your sits bones are. And we're dropping down. Maybe place your fist one on top of the other. You may also place a yoga block if you have one. Underneath your forehead, I wiped your yoga block and you're strapped down to you. So those are clean to use. The beautiful part about a restorative stretch like this is that we stay where we are and breathe into the tight places. Where can you let go? Where can your forehead and your jaw release here? Maybe you're finding you have one side that's a little tighter than the other. That's completely normal. And now inhale, stretching your arms out, or lengthening your arms to come up. Gently out of the twist, inhale. As you exhale, bringing everything back to the front of your mat. I'll draw my leg in here. And now what I want to do is bend the leg that was out in front of you. Bend that leg in. Good. So it's your right knee. Right, yeah, it's your right knee. Draw the leg that was out to the side. It'll be your left leg. I'm going to move my prop from underneath me. Coming up into pigeon pose. So now you're going to begin to stretch that back leg out behind you. So now we're on the opposite side. If your knees do not like having this much weight, this much pressure, please feel free to come down to your backs and come into a pigeon pose this way. Bringing knees in, knees out, or just bringing your knee into your chest. Both pigeon poses work beautifully. If you're in this pigeon pose here and you'd like to put a block under your hip, under your right hip, or your blanket, you can move your blanket underneath your right hip. Yep, just sit on that. And now very gently begin to exhale and drop your weight forward. Maybe your forearms go to the inside of that bent knee in front of you. Please drop your heads down. Again, releasing your shoulders, release your jaw, release your thoughts. As we come down, pausing here. And then begin to inhale, coming back up to straight arms. Now coming onto that right hip, begin to bring that leg from behind you. We're going to come to the front of our mat in a V sit again. The V sit is just a split legs apart, knees are softly bent. Beautiful. Flex those feet up. And gently turn towards the right leg. We're going to get the hamstring stretched down this way. As we gently come down, my body is straight. The difference between a straight spine, think of a door. We're not curling in, dropping our bellies back. We're coming down chest first. Chins are tucked. Gently begin to come down over that leg. Faces are looking down at the shin. If you have a strap, a yoga strap, and it's more comfortable, you may strap up on that foot. And you don't need to have an official yoga strap. You can use a belt, a bathrobe tie, a strong piece of rope. It does not have to be yoga strap material. It's just a great way to brace and release your hands if you're using a strap. No death grip there. Inhale and come back up. Placing your strap or your hands as you turn towards the outstretched left leg. Maybe maybe your strap comes around. Maybe you can grab the outside of your foot, or hands can come to either side of your shin. But turn your body towards that outstretched leg and begin to slowly come down. Just exploring where your body feels tightness. Can you put a little bit of weight in that right sits bone as you come down over your left leg? It kind of shifts our weight back a little bit to get some stretch there. Beautiful. And then inhale, come back up to the center. Draw your feet into your body. Draw your feet in. Feet are planted, hands under your knees, pulling up, and then lift everything as much as you can. This is a beautiful seated stretch. Toes come up. Toes come up. There you go. I can see you do that. Can't see much because you're pretty little, but I see toes come up. And then from here, keeping your heels planted down, hands come to the tops of your knees and walk your feet out just a little bit. A little bit of core work and abdominal work. I'm going to turn to the side. And from here, we're going to bring our hands behind us and hold our body straight again as we lift the chest. And then your hand position, it doesn't matter if hands come to the back, to the side, just as long as you feel a little bracing. And now the fun starts. No fun? Not going to do abdominal work? I'm not going to get on my wrists. What we're going to do is lift our feet up now and tip back. So your wrists can almost even float. If you're doing boat pose, you can bring your fingertips underneath your knees now. No, we're not going to float your wrists. And from here, you're balancing. This is a seated balance pose. You can even rock just a little bit to find holding those lower abs. And now the interesting part that makes this pose interesting is to not collapse our bodies down, but lift our chests up and maybe straighten the feet out a little bit more. If this is pinching or pulling in your low back, please drop your feet down. If you would like to extend your arms out in front of you, please keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. You can do this. I promise, 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 promise. Hands come back up under. Cross your legs. Come forward. Release the lower back and drop your heads down. All the way to your mat. Beautiful. And from this forward fold position, come into hands and knee position. So all you're doing is rocking your weight forward and coming into a hands and knee position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your weight is in equal portions. Equal portions here. Now your toes come together. Your knees come wider than your shoulders. And we're going to drop into a very gentle and wonderful back release child's pose, also known as balled up pose or Garvasana. Drop your forehead down, release your elbows. If you would like to place your chest on the ground and turn your face to one side, that feels like a nice release. That even drops your chest down a little bit more. And if your knees do not like being crunched like this, you can always place a blanket roll between your knees and your thighs, the back of your thighs, to decrease the angle. Please take a deep breath. Inhale. And coming up to hands and knee position now. Draw your knees in, so you've got 4 points, hand, hand, knee, knee. And then shifting your weight just to your right knee, stretch your left leg out behind you. Philip, this is one of our favorite low back stretches. Toes are on the ground. Toes are on the ground. Drop your leg down. Thank you so much. There's a time delay. So we've got our leg drop down, and now drop of the leg that's extended, drop that hip. Again, there's a tendency when we extend away from the body to try to help it out, but I want you to drop that hip down to the ground. And now lift that leg behind you, pointing the toe. You might feel this in your lower back. Flex the foot, pull your lower abs in, and with that leg that's straight out behind you, so Dia, it's your left leg, it's my left leg, Dia's left leg, draw that leg across behind your body and drop the top of your foot down. That's all we're doing is dropping our toes down and begin to slide that foot slightly to the back of the room and try to draw that left foot as close to the right hand as possible. You will feel this in your outstretched left hip, and your head is like a C curve looking over your shoulder at that foot that's behind and crossed behind you. So what we're doing is getting a really, really deep stretch across the hip. I'm going to come close to the camera to make sure we got this. Yep, beautiful, Bernadette. Nice. Andrea, you've got it. Good job. Philip, a little bit more over. I know you've got it in you. Everybody pull your lower abs in here. Boy, oh boy, that's a tough place to go. And now look over your, Bernadette, look over your right shoulder, at your foot to really get the C stretch curve. And I'm so itching to touch you and I can't. Nothing. I just like giving you a little more juice. We're realizing our limitations. Beautiful, everybody. Bring that foot out behind you and keep sweeping it out to the side. So now you are in gate pose. Gate pose looks like you're on your knee and your leg is out to the side. Great work, everyone. Good. Nice swing there. From here, again, pull your lower abs in to come up to a knee standing position. We're here. Who knew? Bernadette, your little head just exploded and went away, but that's okay. I can see your body. That's what matters. Andrea, you got it. So one leg is out to the side. It doesn't matter which leg for anybody. But and please place a blanket or a pad under the knee. Okay, that's going to feel a little bit better. Nice. Arms come out to the side. Beautiful stretch there. And then drop the hand that's away from the outstretched leg. You're going to stretch over and come down. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Coming all the way out to the side. Oh, this is literally a heavenly stretch, a long, deep stretch. If it's too much for your knee, you can always come down to your side to get this stretch. It's a little more intense and deep on the stretch when the leg is outstretched. Let your jaw go, let your hand go. Think about pulling your chest to the front of the room. So open that arm, Dia, if you can. And if your shoulder hurts here, please come into cactus arms, bending that elbow. And now gently look up at the ceiling, holding here. Release your toes. That should feel good. Nice. And then drop the hand that's in the air down to the mat. Walk it forward, back to hands and knee position. Nice work. Toes together, knees wide. Drop into child's pose. Coming down. Couple of breaths here. And inhale back up to hands and knee position. I'm going to turn slightly so you can see me in the cameras. Pulling your lower abs in. Not squashing your phone. And extend the opposite leg out behind you. You have one side that's a little more stretched than the other. For me right now, it's my right leg as my toes are dropped down to the ground. Now I lift that leg straight up. See what it feels like to shift your weight slightly forward and back. And cross that leg behind you to drop your toes to the ground. Once your toes have made contact, pull your whole carriage up. So we're not collapsing like an old saddle horse into this one. We're coming up with straight arms. Draw that leg behind you to feel the deep stretch in the low back. And now begin to look over your left arm to that outstretched foot. Feeling a deep stretch in your hip. You can actually even draw that foot back a little bit more. Kicking out the right hip, looking over the shoulder. And bring it back up to the center. Beautiful. Come back. Bring that leg out to the side. And then face the camera again for the opposite side gate pose. Lifting up to your knee, standing position again. Beautiful. Now the leg that is outstretched is not locked. Okay, we want to keep some bend in this knee, no hyperextension injuries here. And gently bring both arms up overhead to breathe. Inhale. Drop your right hand down to your right leg that's outstretched and bring the left arm down to the ground and then bring the hand over. So you're stretching your arm away from the outstretched leg. Big, long, opening our bodies here. Nice, Philip. You're either on a standing knee or you're down on your hip, but as long as you can get some deep stretch, now begin to open that right shoulder to look up to the ceiling. Stretch that arm out as though I'm coming around in the studio to pull your leg out and pull your wrist up. The glorious stretch. I just stay here for a while. Just stay here for a little while. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. Inhale and bring it back up to the center. And a very gentle counter stretch by dropping the hand down and then coming over. Beautiful. And then drop your hands over towards the front of your mat, back into hand-knee position. Please come into child's pose. Coming down, all the way down to your mat. And stay here for a moment. Inhale and come back up to hands and knee position. So feet out behind you. And then stretching your left arm out to the side. Twist and look up at the ceiling. Look up, up, up. Breathe. As you exhale, that arm is going to come underneath, rubbing past your belly, and you're going to keyhole coming down, landing on the shoulder. The hand in front of you is supporting in front of your face. Shift your weight in your knees so that the weight is equal, gentle twist, and a beautiful arm stretch here. Maybe drawing your opposite arm behind you and onto your sacrum with the palm up. Breathe into that shoulder, release your jaw. Everybody's got it. Nice, everyone. Beautiful stretch here. Drop the shoulder down. If you have your hand outstretched on your back with the palm facing up on your pelvic crest, try to drop that shoulder in towards the mat. We're not trying to open too much. We're going to release the upper back here. Again, this is a beautiful way to release our thoughts and just be able to open our hearts to connect with our bodies in this motion. And now dropping the hand back, if it was on your back, come back up and counter stretch and twist, lifting that arm all the way up to the ceiling and then back down. Beautiful work. Inhale, the opposite arm comes up and lift, twist, gently come underneath and through, dropping down to the opposite shoulder. When you get there, shift your hips back to the opposite side so you're not jutting your hip to the side of the understretched arm. Maybe that hand comes to the back, the sacrum, dropping the shoulder in. Where can you let go here? Where can you release? Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Release your shoulder girdle here. Let everything go. It should all be fluid as though it's coming around in the studio. and rolling your shoulders. And now place that hand down by your face and coming up back to hands and knee position. Very gently bring your knees back in, curl your toes underneath your body. Curl your toes underneath your body, pressing your weight back down to open your feet. Oh, this is not a general position we're used to. Pulling bellies in here, release your shoulders. Arms come to the side again. We'll do a 45-degree angle here to you guys. And crossing your arms in front of you, come into eagle arms if that feels good. Maybe just crossing your arms and touching your shoulders is good. Meanwhile, back in our toes, we're getting a good deep stretch to open our feet. If that becomes too intense, uncurl your toes and tap your feet out. So I'm not going to hold you hostage of opening your feet. Untwist your arms and shake it out. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling, lifting up. Beautiful. Come on, Philip, we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. Thank you. Exhale and come back down. I'm still got my toes curled under, coming back to place a little more weight on them or flatten your feet out. Either way is fine. The opposite hand comes on top to twist. Andrea, cross your arms in front of you. And there you go. She's done this before. She's an old-handed eagle arms pose. If your fingertips are coming up towards your ceiling, towards your roof, you are letting energy go. Not a bad thing to do. If you would like to contain your energy, it's just been too much of an outward day already, cap your fingertips over your other hand. And everybody drop your chins to your chest. Pulling bellies in. Nice. And then standing up on your knees, uncurl your toes, uncurl your arms. I'm going to face the camera again, rolling your shoulders. Nice, Bernadette. Everybody sway. Now, this is your rendition of sway. This is rolling your hips forward. Boy, does that feel good right now. Oh boy. Maybe your hands are coming to your hips. Nice, Andrea. You're a beautiful jellyfish on Zoom today. Nice. And as you bend forward with your hands on your hips, barrel roll. Literally make a 360 with your hips to release and let go. Nice, beautiful. Letting everything go. Hands come in front of you. Please come down to your mats, onto your backs, slowly and gently finding your way down. And as you get down to your mats, come all the way down. Oh, good. Don't fall asleep yet. No fun. No fair. Plant your feet and bend your knees. We're going to reset the spine from our twist today. Your palms are flat on the ground. And you're going to lift your hips straight up to the ceiling in bridge pose. Lift, lift. Now, your chin is gently, gently tucked in. You're not jutting your chin up to the ceiling. Press up, inhale. As you exhale, drop your vertebrae down one at a time, please. Gently dropping down. And squeeze again, lifting up, lift, 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 lift your hips up to the ceiling. Lift and press. And gently dropping your hips back down. And please draw both knees into your chest here. Drawing your legs in, hands on top of your knees or underneath, behind your knees. Gently rocking side to side. Allow your knees to rock side to side. Beautiful. Just talking to your lower back here. Coming to stillness. And extend your feet up to the ceiling. There are a couple ways to do this pose. If you have a yoga block and you would like to support your sacrum, placing the yoga block underneath your hips, or simply bring your feet up to the ceiling. Flex your feet deeply here, stretching the hamstrings. How much, and this needs to feel comfortable on your shoulders, bring your knees and your legs back to your chest. Back, 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 back. Releasing the lower spine here. And then allow your feet to be straight up to the ceiling, 90-degree angle. This is a beautiful way to do an inversion. Maybe your hands come behind your head or they're outstretched to the side. This helps our breathing. This helps our lungs to have arms outstretched, opening the chest. Both shoulder blades are flat on the mat. Please flex your feet deeply and kick your heels up to the ceiling. Nice, Dia. Beautiful. Now point your toes all the way up to the ceiling, stretching out our shins, anterior tips. Those of you who are walkers, hikers will appreciate this. And then let your feet just be a normal amount of pressure on the foot. Release your jaw. About another 30 seconds in this inversion. This is a beautiful way to get blood flow back up to our core. It's a wonderful way to also release lymph fluid. We squeeze out lymph tissue with our stretches. And now bending one knee at a time. Please do this the same way I do it, one leg at a time. Drop that one foot to the ground, then bend the other knee and bring it down to the ground. If your hips are up on a block, remove the block from underneath your hips and begin to stretch your body all the way out, arms and feet out as far as you can reach. Stretch, 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 stretch. Beautiful. Last pose here is to bring your knees back into your chest, hands on top of your knees. Circle your knees wide out to the side, releasing the hips. And then drop your feet to the mat and allow your knees to come to one side of your mat. Very gentle final twist here. Shoulders stay on the mat. Good, beautiful. Inhale and knees come back up to the center and let them fall the other way. Gently feeling a stretch in your lower back. Maybe your hand comes to the hip that's at the top to guide. Pressing that hip away from your rib cage. And now bring your knees back up to the center, setting up for Shavasana. Please place a rolled blanket or a pillow underneath your knees as you stretch out. And allow your legs to simply fall to the side, to open your knees. Feet are relaxed. Both shoulder blades are flat under your body. Palms are either upstretched towards the ceiling or palms are down on the mat, whatever you need for receiving or for grounding energy right now. So releasing your jaw, releasing your shoulders. Take a full and deep breath here to inhale and exhale fully. Let go of your thoughts. Let your eyes close and your eyes relax, maybe gently rolling upward towards your third eye. Shoulders are open, knees and feet are relaxed. And in your mind's eye, picture a beautiful golden sparkling orb right at the center of your forehead, shaped like an egg, gently swirling around. As it spins, it's a warm, glowing light with little gold sparkles and pink sparkles. Taking a deep breath in, let the earth hold you. Feel safe and secure as you ground into the floor. Gravity's holding you. Gently releasing, sinking down deeply into quiet and calm. Okay, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a deep breath as you come back into your present moment. Very gently deepening your breath as you begin to move Slowly, gently bringing one knee into your body and then the other. Beautiful. Rolling to one side and just stay there for a breath or two. As you come up, resetting your spine, and your blood pressure comes with you, so go very slowly as you come sitting back up into a seated position that's comfortable, cross-legged, or with feet together in Baddha Konasana, whatever works for your body. Shoulders are gently dropped and open. Please bring your hands up to your heart space and gently touch your palms together, reconnecting the right and the left sides of your body. Taking a deep breath. Allowing this beautiful, deep stretching class with the calm and grounding energy to pervade and stay with you today as we bring our best selves forward, presenting with compassion and loving kindness. Take a deep breath to inhale here. And on the exhale, gently drop your heads forward. It is with deep gratitude to all my teachers before me and to each of you as my guides today. Blessings and namaste.